Today, we jump into reviewing the first 100% rye mash bill from Penelope with a toasted finish. Will it be too much rye or too hot, or will it scratch that rye itch? Let's find out. Welcome back to Old Fashioned Ways Plus Plus. After my last whiskey haul video, I was surprised that this Penelope Toasted Rye was one of the most requested for me to review. If you have not seen that haul video, I will leave a link to it right here. So let me open up, pour some of this out, and let it breathe as we get into this review. Penelope Bourbon has been experimenting with a wide range of toasted barrel finishes. The company initially focused on bourbon, but has since added toasted rye to its ever-expanding product portfolio.
How's your portfolio? I'd say strong.
This Penelope Toasted Rye series straight rye whiskey is Penelope's first release since being acquired by MGP Ingredients. The toasted rye barrel finish expression is part of a singular release with a total of 7,000 cases. The bottle review is a one-off batch. However, the company is considering adding a toasted rye finish in the future. Even more notable is the mash bill. It is 100% rye. That's right, 100% rye. The Toasted series is a testament to the power of serendipity. When Penelope first began exploring toasted finishes, they were not expecting each bear to be so different. So they decided to embrace a variety of chars and toast. As always, since I'm doing a review, I'll be sharing some samples because sharing is caring.
This is the way.
So stay tuned to find out how you can win some samples. Let's get into the bottle details. Penelope Toasted Rye. Distiller Penelope Bourbon MGP. The mash bill we mentioned is 100% rye. The finish is French Toasted Char 1 Toast Heavy. It is aged 5 years, released in 2023, batch 23303. It's 100 proof at 50% ABV, and MSRP for this bad boy is $70. As always, we'll be doing a review scoring between 1 and 10 on the aroma, flavors, complexity, mouthfeel, finish, and of course, would I buy again? So let's get into the fun part.
Time for some more fun!
Let's start tasting this bad boy. Give it a little bit of an SJ here. Let it open up a little bit more. Very nice, dark amber color. Sticks to the glass very well. Has good viscosity. Barely has the legs even starting to run now, so sticks very well to the glass. Let's go in for the aroma. Let's nose this. Ooh, smells a lot sweeter than I thought it would. Especially for a rye. I thought this thing would be hot. So, it's hard to describe this one. It doesn't smell like anything that you really smelled before. It has a very sweet smell. It's a combination between like a butterscotch and kind of like, I hate to say it this way because it sounds bad, but like hay. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's like going to pick up hay and just kind of smelling it. It has a nice smell to it. Very different though. I just keep smelling it because I'm trying to figure out, there's a little hint of like a fruitiness in the back. Kind of like a, I want to say like an apricot. So on the nose, I'm gonna start this off with a 7. So let's go in for that first sip. Let's go in for that flavors, the initial taste. Very, very different. Butterscotch tastes more like a butter, almost like a butter popcorn on the tongue. It starts off sweet, has a little bit of heat in the middle, which I was expecting from a rye, but not as hot as I thought it would be. But that sweetness hits you up front, and then you kind of get that little bit of heat in the mid palate. So for initial taste, I'm gonna give this a 6. Complexity. How does this evolve on the tongue? I always love the second taste because your mouth has acclimated. You get more flavors. And that's actually what happened there. It wasn't such a very big distinction between that sweet and that heat. And now there's a little bit in the back, which I can't figure out yet, but I will get into that in a little while. It's still very sweet, kind of like when you get those hard butterscotch candies and you're sucking on that.
You want a butterscotch candy?
Tastes a lot like that to me. Then you get that heat in the middle, and it kind of tastes like a bread. Apricot taste that I had in the smell, and not the taste, but the apricot I smelled, that's not coming through yet. But we'll see if that does when we hit that third one. So for complexity, I'm gonna give that a 5.5. Next is mouthfeel. Thickness and viscosity. Let's see. I mean, it's stuck to the glass very well, but let's see how it sticks to the mouth. I like this because it is very different than a lot of things I've tasted. It has some good flavor. Has a nice, I don't know, that butterscotch just feels like me. I feel like I put a butterscotch candy in my mouth and I still taste that. Now the thickness and viscosity on this, it is not very thick.
That's what she said.
But it has good viscosity. It feels a little bit thin through the mouth, but it sticks for some reason. So it might not be very thick, but it sticks to the tongue very well, especially that front to mid palate. Now in the back, it kind of goes and fades pretty quickly. I am getting a little bit of that Kentucky hug, so I am feeling that now. So for mouthfeel, I'm gonna give it a 6. Now, let's go in for finish. Let's see how long does this stay. From the first to the last, it coats the tongue, as I said, nicely, especially that front part. It stays rather long. It keeps staying, and you know, that flavor still stays there. It doesn't fade very quickly. As I said, the viscosity is there, so it stays there, not very thick, but I still have that flavor, and that's what I like. I like to be able to taste, and because I'm enjoying this, I like for that flavor to stay there for a while. So for the finish, I'm gonna give that a 7. Now the big question is, would I buy this again? It is a $70 bottle. To me, that's not too bad. It is 5 years, so that's a little bit more than that calculation of, you know, $10 for every year. But that extra toasted, you know, that little extra finish that they give in it, I think it's worth that price. So would I buy this again? Yes. Will I keep a second one on the shelf? I'm still debating that.
We can debate my choices later.
I like it. It's very different. But this is one of those things that I'm not gonna be grabbing every day, right? It's one of those things, it's gonna take, you know, a friend or buddy coming over that wants to try something different. And this is a good one to give them to try. I like how different it is, but how much flavor it does have. At $70, good price. Maybe it could be a little bit cheaper, $60 to $65, and that'd be 10 out of 10. At 70, I'm gonna give it a 7. My total score is 38.5 out of 60. I think it's a good pour. I think that's a pretty good score for this. I think that's where it should be. For the age, the price range, the flavors, I think that's a very good score for it. So I do recommend, if you see it out there and it's for MSRP, grab a bottle, try it out. But if you don't find it and you still wanna try it, let me tell you how you could possibly win some samples. First of all, please make sure to subscribe and like this video. This reach over there and click on that button, and it really helps.
It's definitely helping.
Also, I want you to comment below on your favorite toasted whiskey and what's the highest char whiskey you have ever tried. Does char matter? And one last thing, if you can do me a favor and share this video. That's not mandatory, but it'd be a big favor to me. YouTube seems to really like that, so sharing this video really helps me out. Thank you again for joining me on another journey down this rye rabbit hole. Till next journey, my friends, cheers.